Hello, hello. Welcome to another stream. One second. All right. We're all set. Oh. Today we are doing garbage collection and cleanup stuff. I found this really cool. Oh, yeah, stretch that body. Oh. Should I prep the coffin? You should. So this is gonna be a rough one. It's gonna be like a car accident too. I found this super cool, like you could, once you make pprof files, you can go through and actually like investigate them with this thing, and you can actually do like flame graphs and stuff, which I thought was really nice. And look at different types of samples that get collected. How you doing, Doro? Are you having a good one? So I was looking at alloc objects, and I was just looking at like what's allocating a lot. Tried vtune? I don't know what vtune is. What's up, Billy? But how I think garbage collectors work is the more objects you allocate, the more work the garbage collector has to do. And I was looking at when I ran the game on, I can just show you guys if you want. We'll launch, we don't, but if I just like do some tracking here, some profiling in this, what I was noticing is first, I guess what started me on this path was I was doing some like optimization stuff, and I saw there's a lot of stuttering on when I ran it in the browser, and that stuttering I think was caused by the garbage collector running a lot, and I think that's because I've been kind of like a little bit lazy with how I, oops, we don't need screenshots, but we do want memory actually. Shoot, let me rerun it. I'll just run it for like 10 seconds. I was wondering how you were graphing OBJ. Yeah, you basically, there's just this like command you run that I discovered. Yeah, here it is. Go tool pprof, and then you just do HTTP and it hosts it. And you get these beautiful graphs, beautiful graphs. But you can also like the problem was that in use space is the one that normally shows. So I see this and it just shows all the memory that's being used. But like I do have a lot, I am using a lot of this stuff. Like I have a lot of meshes and I have a lot of vertex buffers. So it's not that useful to look at. What I really wanted to look at was things that are allocated but being deallocated. And so I think that's basically like this. Basically, alloc space would be a good one because it shows the amount of memory that's being allocated by things, but may have been freed. Anyways, I was looking at this and I was noticing some stuttering, and I think it's caused by like if you zoom in on one section. Also, this is really nice. Oh, it's going from like I'm allocating all the way up to 12 megs, and then I'm dropping to like 4 megs, 3.7 megs. So I was noticing some stuttering. I think it's kind of aligning with when the garbage collector is running. So I want to clean that up. so it's not happening as much. So that's what started me down this path, and I started noticing that there's a lot of things that are allocating a lot of memory, right? Like this, the last run, I think, I don't know how long it went, but right, it's doing 1 point, I guess it was 1.9 gigs. Which is a good amount. Intel's performance profile, but I think what you've got is better, particularly visually cool. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's the same sort of stuff. Like the flame graph's just a different way to look at it. So you can kind of see what's longer. But I want to get rid of all of these like end allocations. And I want to like, so there's a lot of things that shouldn't be allocating that I think I can remove. So I'm gonna work on that. Keep it in mind. Yeah, it's pretty nice. But before I was just generating a PDF or something and looking at that, and it would only show me one of these data points. It wouldn't show me all of these. So that's nice that I can go through and look at them all. Did you really think you could do stuff in peace? I was hoping you wouldn't be at lunch yet. If you think Chrome has nice dev tools, yeah. No, they're pretty nice. I'm work from home. Dang it. Train strikes again. Pretty sure they just don't want you on their trains. Yes, this is the UK. Strikes daily. Really? I didn't know. I hadn't been following. Well, not daily. Hourly. Happening very often. Gotcha. I also added a few things to the game. Check this guy out. A little warning. There are some bugs. And I also added a version number here, which it gets embedded when it gets built. But when I just run it like this, it doesn't. One interesting thing though, that I've learned is that every time I re-render this text right here, because it changes a lot, there's like a lot of copying, which causes a lot of allocations. So when this is running, it takes up a lot of like performance. There's a big performance penalty in the garbage collector world just because of this. Also include the warning. Fuck off, Kenta. Yep. That's the warning I need to include. Yeah, as in copying objects. Yeah, and it's mostly because I was lazy. Like I can show you the code. Because I do a lot of mesh batching. So I basically combine meshes together. And that basically does this append function, which takes in another mesh. So to pass in another mesh, I need to create a mesh. So I basically make a new mesh, allocate all the stuff, all the vertices into here, and then I append it. What I should be doing is that I should probably, like it's just an extra copy. I copy everything to a mesh, then I append it. I should just have a way to draw directly to the mesh. Because there's like one mesh that's there, and then I'm basically making a new mesh just to copy that. That was a worthy clip. Yeah, I just read what he said. We were all thinking it. We were all thinking it. But oh, check out this version number. There we go. Whew. V000. I'm probably more proud than I should be that I got that done. You can just like embed, you can embed strings inside of it. So I embedded the git tag in there. But I have gotten the performance down a little bit. Oh, it's not showing because it's in browser. They always have vsync on. I mean, the performance up a little bit. It's like at 1.3 now. It was like 1.5 before. Finally in the zeros. Yeah, I found if I don't render the tile map at all, then it like cuts this in half. Because I didn't realize it, but actually the tile map geometry, there's kind of a lot. Because there's like multiple layers, right? I have this background layer, which is just this blue water tile, which is everywhere. So I have an entire like 100 by 100 chunk of that, and I could potentially have 4 of those rendered on screen at a time. So I have like one layer that's just a bunch of blue tiles, and then I have this like vertical layer here, which has tiles too. It's just on top of that, and then I have the floor, like the ground layer, which is a bunch of tiles there. Then I have these decal layers, which have tiles as well. So I'm trying to think of a, I don't know. There might be better ways to optimize that, and I might do those in the future, but for now we'll leave it. I guess it is kind of slow. It's about the same. But I think that a lot of the jitter that I'm having on the browser is because of this. It's because of the, what's it called? Discord unit. I got you in 4K. You can't outrun this one. Board was just verbally attacked by unit of time. Oh gosh. Oh, my headphones. I was wondering why I wasn't playing out the speaker. Dang, dude, he baited me big time. This is not good. This is not gonna look good on my performance report this year. I'm definitely gonna get let go from my streaming career. But I actually think that a lot of the allocations, I think I can remove a big chunk of allocations, which is just this. I'm using this library called main thread, and basically, wholesome unit no more. I know. I'm gonna get demonetized for that. See how quick it turns around from wholesome to based? Yeah, I'm about to be a renegade programmer. Just out in the wild. But I guess a few notes. I have whenever I do a component lookup, I look up its name, which I think generates a string, which probably does some allocations, as you can see. So that's a good chunk. And then in my ECS library, I have a lot of like filtering and looking up and stuff that looks like it allocates things. I don't know what this is. UI system. I might have some buffer I'm just creating, which is I could probably remove or move up or something like that. And then obviously a lot of the drawing code has allocations, but it seems like they allocate because of this. And I looked at the code for this, and it looks like they create a channel every single time I make a GL call. So it's probably really slow. So I could probably improve my rate a lot from just fixing that. Let's see. I think I might. I was I think there's a lot of stuff I did in Glitch, my rendering library, that wasn't very good. So I'm having a feeling that I'm gonna have to rewrite this. I'm gonna have to, like, now that I have to take what I learned and rewrite it to be something better. I'm pretty sure. I also might make like a 2D version and a 3D version. Because originally I was like trying to make things fit into this 2D and 3D world, but I think it's just less efficient. But we'll see. What's up, Dracula? All right, let's go through and fix this though. We're probably gonna have to fork the repo. It's going good. It's going very good. We're cleaning up allocations today. Am I even logged in on this browser? I am not. All right. I could either fork it or I could just yeah, I'm just gonna fork it. All right. We're gonna fork it, then we're gonna change it. The dreaded rewrite is upon us. Yeah. Well, it's not gonna be today. Today is allocation cleanup day. More to-dos. There's always more to-dos. All right. Let me just do that. I guess I need to pull it into my workspace actually. Give me 1 second. I just need to clone this. Git clone. What is it? It's like here it is. Also, yeah, I have to change. Oh, does this not have a? Oh, this doesn't have a Go mod. Morning, JJ. Okay, I'm not gonna do this just yet. I'm just gonna copy the code. Eventually, I'll probably change it over to a fork. I'm just not gonna deal with it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna leave this as a block of Okay. Assign my text editors for links will be VS Code and Emacs. Nice. I do love a good Emacs. Conifer, time to wash my hands again. I actually saw that, what's his name posted that? The like Primogen guy? That other YouTuber? Oops. There we go. I'm just gonna copy this. I'm just gonna uncomment this. There's no point to, no, like Primogen? The Primogen? I started reading Emacs doc last night. Yeah, good luck. I don't know. The Emacs docs aren't that good, in my opinion, but yeah. Blazing fast. Check run. You may have a strong pinky. I used to have, I actually used to have Emacs pinky. So I recommend rebinding your caps lock key to control. Well, I can just redo, I can just copy this code, I think. Let's do this. And then instead of that, instead of this pass through, we'll just do this. Call non-block. Hello, kitten. We have call. Where is that? Oh, there it is. New approach to titles. You like that one? Call air. Okay. I like today's one. Stop barking, cat. Yeah. Part of me wants to like make it so people know what I'm doing, but then also part of me wants to like make a joke, you know? So I think today's is a good balance of both of those objectives. I was like very tempted to do a face cam stream today, but I decided not to. Good priority. All right, let's see if this even runs. Okay, seems to work. Put this back here. You don't want to break the webcam? A face cam stream, And you guys can see how annoying my cats are when they climb all over me. Well, it's super cute, but... okay. No, the stream would then be all about cats. These cats lick the weirdest stuff. He's like licking my... I have like a battery backup for my computer and he's licking it. Like it's probably just like dust. I can't imagine that tastes very good. Okay. So I think the main problem, I think all of the allocations are coming from this. Cat licking UPS sounds scary, not gonna lie. Yeah, well, I taped over the button because I've had them like paw at the button because there's a light on it, you know. So I taped over the button so they can depower it. So that seems to work pretty well. Okay. Main thread call. So I think when we do this call, it does. That's fine. I think this is the allocation that makes it go slow. Also, this must be an allocation, right? Let's look. I want to learn how this works. Let me combine my browser tabs. There we go. Also, you guys see Go 1.20 came out? With the current Go routine exclusively tied to the current OS thread. What's new in 120? Let me remember. Oh, they added experimental memory arenas. We can look at the release notes. They improved some build times too. Introduction to Go 120. Oh, there we go. Previews. Oh, profile guide optimization. I actually didn't even see that one. I think it builds. I saw it builds faster. Oh, you can wrap multiple errors. That's right. Before you could only wrap a single error with another message, but now you can wrap multiple errors. Library changes. Am I interested in any of these? Oh, join function. Returns an error that wraps the given errors. That's kind of cool. So you can join a bunch of errors into one. I have a use case for this where I didn't know what to do. So I think I don't remember what I did. OS may be interesting. File stat now uses just like some minor changes. I also saw someone made a blog post about memory arenas, but I don't know. Oh yeah, look at this too. Some runtime improvements as well. Um, I guess they don't mention it here. Maybe it was maybe it's something else. LockOS thread wires the call and go routine to its current operating system thread. The call and go routine will always execute in that thread, and no other go routine will execute in it until the call and go routine has made many calls to unlock OS thread as to lock OS thread. If the call and go routine exits without unlocking the thread will be terminated. All init functions are run on the startup thread. Lock OS thread from an init function will cause the main function to be invoked on that thread. A go routine should call lock OS thread before calling OS services or non-Go library functions. So boring update. Aw. 2% performance improvement, up to 2%. So yeah, kind of boring. Time to switch to Rust. They have more exciting updates. I actually kind of don't understand how this works. Oh, I see now. Okay. So I run the entire program inside of this main thread context, basically, which launches this. And then this is, because this is running the main thread, it runs on the main go routine. And basically this listens on a channel, which just has functions, and it just executes those functions. Main thread call. So basically make a channel, send a function, and something gets sent back. If I changed it to call non-block, that would remove the allocation, but then it wouldn't block. Oh. Like, I'm just pretty sure that this is, I'm just curious what happens if I just wire these together. Because in a way, this is going to like demultiplex all of those changes. I think because queues are FIFO. Buffer channels are always FIFO. Okay. Okay. Error setting uniform. Must be like, why would this main thread call? Like if I make this call and I make this capacity 0, then they're all going to non-block. The other weird thing here is like he's making a channel, but he's not closing it. So if I make a call, I think I can make a call queue that's not buffered, and Done. Go func run. Oh, okay. Blocking queue. We want to run the function. So when this, because this is not buffered now, whenever someone calls, this, we don't have to do this synchronization anymore of the done channel. We just put it into the blocking queue. Actually, I can just send the func. And then this is going to force it to synchronize here. Because this can't write until something reads it. That's how they work. I'm going to find blocking queue. Did you crash the pickup truck, Jacob? I did. I did at my job today. Do I even use this? Oh, I do. But that's fine. I can push this into, like, this one uses less allocations. Why doesn't this work? Do I use tmux? Yeah, I do. Sometimes when I need multiple terminals, I use tmux. Oh, did I hear cat? Cats are sleeping right now. Also, welcome to the stream, Sammy. Why wouldn't this work? I'm curious if the error setting uniform. It's this one. Which makes me feel like the shader's not bound. Oh, I guess there's a potential now for another main, like this main thread call is going to happen until this gets read. And this getting read might not signal the completion of so we can have a blocking queue, another synchronization blocking queue on the other side. I'm trying to think, is there a way I can use a mutex? Beep boop. Was recently the keyboard without being unplugged? Oh. Did you buy another keyboard? No. Never. I need to clean my keyboard. I feel like it's pretty gross. There's a lot of cat hair on it now. So now we call this, we're gonna do blocking queue, and then we're gonna wait for kind of like this. There's the cat. And we're gonna wait for the blocking queue done signal to be sent backwards. So it's kind of like this is gonna send something to here, to this go routine. This go routine is gonna execute it, and then it's gonna send something back. And this is gonna be waiting for that thing. No cat cam today? Okay, I'm unsubscribing. Are you always using a split ortho 40%? Yeah, I just only use this keyboard now. I'm very like my muscle memory is all there for it now, you know, so it's good. I like it though. I think it's a good keyboard. It does everything that I want. So, but one day I'll be like, it would be nice if I could do this other thing, you know. Once you get ortho, there's no going back. Yeah, and that's something I'm worried about, because like if I ever start like programming on a laptop a lot, I think it's gonna be really annoying, just because the key set's gonna be staggered now instead of ortho or linear. Split the laptop. Yeah, I've thought about getting like maybe I'll get a Surface tablet or something and just bring an ortholinear keyboard around with wherever I go. Is this not updating? I don't think it's updating actually. Look at that. Well, there it goes. It's all gone now. Hello, Luna. Because we hear cat purr. I've been using Alice layout for a month now. I really do not see the point of a normal keyboard anymore. What's an Alice layout? MacBook, yeah. MacBooks are very nice though too. That's the problem. All right, we have our before with a lot of main thread calls. Where's our after? Did I close it? Of course I did. Right, just click this. Open. After we got none. Nice. Oh wait, actually, let's go to alloc objects. I wish I had this one on alloc objects. I guess it's alloc space. Oh my gosh. I guess we'll just refresh. All right, cool. Nice. I'll cut out a good amount of allocations. I should make a pull request. I feel like I very rarely like make pull requests for people, but today I will. What's up, Jomi? How you doing today? Strong purr, yeah, from a strong little kitten. It's split ergo, but on a single board. Alice layout keyboard. Oh, okay. This is like the Kinesis advantage or whatever. I really like split. I really like when it's split though. I like having them far away. I feel like it opens my shoulders up a little bit more. But I mean, I'm getting kind of like nitpicky at that point. Also join on the best part with the cat purr. Yeah, what's up, Jomi? How you doing today? Jomi, get back to work. We need records deleted. Uh-oh. No, Doru, don't tell him. Don't tell him, Doru. I'm definitely getting fired now. I'm not deleting stuff today. I'm only changing records. Got a 500 line SQL file that needs executing. Jeez, that's terrifying. I'm glad I'm not you. Also not working, take the morning off. Nice. You deserve a break. There we go. Luna set on my mute key. Look at us, guys. We already reduced 35% of our space allocations. Let's look next at cats smell so good. You know what I mean? Have you guys ever smelled cats before? I know that sounds weird. They just smell good. Because yesterday I drank Jennifer with some friends. Is that some liquor? We are removing allocations. I was running the game on browser, and I was looking at the like performance report, and I was seeing a lot of garbage collections happening, like big garbage collections. So I'm trying to remove things that are allocating a lot. Not if they just ate though. Yeah, cat food does smell pretty bad. I have like a kind of seal. It's like pretty sealed. It's not fully airtight, but I have a sealed box for other cat food to go into. This is doing a lot of allocating. 12%, 12%. I think I can do a lot of clean on my ECS now. Maybe that's next. Append union bounds. This seems like something that shouldn't. Let's just look at this really quick. Everyone bought a bottle, so we had a lot of different flavors. Oh, nice. So what is it like? What type of liquor is it? If union bounds is equal to nil, then we set it. Oh, but I guess because it's a pointer. I know. I know. You just want to get pet all day long. But we can't. I wish we could, but we can't. New union. Yeah, so I'm allocating a new thing. I'm basically just reallocating a pointer a bunch of times, which is deallocating the old one. So it'd be nice to not have a pointer here. But I was using the pointer as like a state guidance thing. This is the problem with that, I think, though. Is like, I don't want this to be a pointer. I just want to know when it's null. Or I want to know when it's not been set before. You kids gotta learn how to drink on weekdays. You tell him. You tell him, Conifer. It's just a spirit. Gotcha. All right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna make another cup of coffee. Step 1, don't drink. Step 1, give up and start drinking again. I'll be right back. All right, coffee's brewing. Apple and cherry. Which a lot of people find to be the best one, but I think it's kind of eh. Oh. I could see that being pretty good. Those pretty good flavors. Weekends drinks, just eat and drink. You don't drink without food. That's the Slav wisdom. Eat, drink, eat, drink. Would you consider yourself 100% Slav, Kenta, or did some percentage turn into roadman? And 0% roadman. That's not true. I've heard you talk. You're 99% roadman now. Done a DNA test. Was sad to know I'm 29% Baltic. That explains my old fascination with old Prussians. The apple cherry is just a little too sweet. I can see that, yeah. He's definitely 100% roadman. 0% everything else. Swear on me, mom. 100% bad programmer. There we go. That doesn't show up in your DNA test, I think. Huh. I just had an idea. I could make a one length slice, a slice that's length 1. Wait, maybe I'm just doing this weirdly. No, because I have to clear it. I really just need, this is gonna sound, I really just need a freaking, what's it called? A freaking union type. I really just need Rust here. I just need Rust to guide my hand. I really just need a boolean that says, has this been set yet? So I need like an optional. I feel like I do this a lot. Star bool. Yeah. I mean, I could add a bool, I guess. All right, union bounds. We'll do union bounds set. False. If union bounds set return false, else we check if it contains it. Then we append union bounds. We say if not union bounds set, union bounds equals new bounds. Else we union it. Union bounds is that. Then union bounds never get set to nil. We just set this to false. And we set g.union bounds to glitch.r. Or rect. An empty rect. Actually, it doesn't matter because we're gonna reset it here. That's fine. Append union bounds rect is, oh wait. If union bounds set. Append. All right, this is probably gonna not work. Cross the pond specifically for that. Miss Kitty's warming up in the house before we leave. Nice. Writing some code to generate Swift code for me. Sounds like you're writing a new language. I guess this worked. All right, I'm gonna run this. I'm gonna run this to get our next pprof. And then while this is running, I'm gonna go get my coffee. Be right back. Wow, that message in the bottom left is sure handy. I would never have guessed this game could have bugs in it. Ouch. That one hurt. That one cut deep. I'm totally not making a templating language just to generate 3 functions. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. The whole concept of this game is based on bugs. All right, so now this should get removed. Append union bounds. Yeah, alloc objects. It's funny because you remove one and then another one gets bigger. It's hard though. Imagine if Unit just used a game engine LL, he'd be making money like 6 months ago. Yeah, actually, you might be right. Because like, think about what I'm doing right now. I'm literally just like optimizing memory allocations so that my game runs on Xiaomi's potato laptop. Hey, I heard that. This is all for you, Xiaomi. I'm just kidding. No, I really needed to improve this. Unit can be financially set if we just keep reverse psychology and Kent into donating money. The thing, I guess, I feel like my videos would be less interesting. It would be like, oh yeah, like, oh, I added like this animation thing here. Be happy I keep your game accessible to other people with potato laptops. Exactly. No, I didn't even. I need to improve it. There's a lot of this stuff that I need to improve. Like it runs slowly on my computer, and it shouldn't run this slowly. I'm at like 100 FPS or something like that. It should be way faster. He's attacking the board again. Yeah, I like the learning part, and that's part of the motivation for me. Is I like to like understand how this stuff works. Man is literally on the road to homelessness and yet prioritizes our entertainment over actually having a place to live, food to eat, and access to healthcare. Yeah, hey, you're welcome. You're welcome, buddy. This is all for you. You know, I was on this path since the beginning. It's so much fun writing engine yourself. Yeah, it is fun, but sometimes I'm like, man, I really just don't want to do this. Like, I'm not that interested in rendering stuff, but unfortunately, I spend a lot of time doing rendering stuff. If there was like a really good, I hate to say like if there's a really good 2D rendering library, because there already are some. If there was one that like I just knew how to use already, I would probably use that. But I've kind of gone on this path. It's not like it's bad. It's just not good yet. If this game doesn't run on my Mac, on my iBook G4, then your wage will be cut. It's gonna be that's gonna be a tough one. Yeah, I probably should learn how to use Ebiton, and just use that, because I think he even added a shader language to it now. But it's pretty portable, I think, too. I'll try to get something to compile to the iBooks PPC. Was it a PowerPC processor? Oh, nice. I haven't heard the word PowerPC in a long, long time. There are some things I don't enjoy about engine dev, font rendering be one of those things. Yeah. Literally text rendering is one of the hardest things for my rendering library, at least. It's just hard to like, I don't know. It's hard. I just don't know how to like manage all the data. Because like if it changes every frame, I don't want to keep rebuffering things, which I am. Used to be good processors, yeah. I'm not old enough for that. I'm pretty happy with my rendering library, except for I want to rewrite it. So maybe I'm not happy with that at all. I guess maybe the one thing I don't like sometimes is I don't like learning how to solve some problem inside of someone else's like solution set. Like I'd rather learn how to solve the problem generally, you know? It feels impossible to do elegantly. Also, shadow mapping is probably the largest disappointment I've ever come across. Why is that? Like, are there not more sophisticated solutions for this? You just draw it from one camera where the sun is, and then draw it from another camera where the camera is. Yeah. The hardest part I had when I did shadow mapping was like how to know how big the camera needs to be for the like sun camera. The camera that's on the sun point needs to be a certain size, and that size needs to be determined by what the other camera can see. So it's hard to figure that out. So I think I ended up just making it like fixed size or something like that. It's so insane to me that we use the same things we used almost 20 years ago. Same for font rendering using an atlas. Yeah. There's just not really a good alternative to it, you know? I get like you could also make John Carmack invented so much useful stuff in yeah, that's very, very true. He really did. You could like pre-generate geometry, like a mesh for every single font. And then you could just draw that too. That'd be like the nice looking font, but that would be a lot more vertices to write, you know? I wonder if you could do something like this is Unity system. Oh, is that what they do? Like instead of there's also a system I use for simple pixel font in my engine. Do they actually do that? Because like what you could do, here's an idea. What you could do is you could have, wait, sorry, I'm thinking this through. I feel like there's some instancing solution here where like you have a bunch of mesh data that's already sent over, and that's all the runes that need to be drawn. And then you just instance those runes. It's a text mesh in Unity. Interesting. I might look into that because that sounds way better than using a mesh atlas or a texture atlas. Like I literally hate my font rendering stuff. So I feel like if you already sent, no, Luna, hold on. All right, what were we talking about? See you, Jomi. Yeah, so how I made it is I just send over all the possible characters and instance them with different positions based on what words are drawn. Oh, yeah. Oh, so you've done this. Hope you'll be streaming then? Yeah, maybe. We're what, an hour 15 in? Goes nice with some Jennifer. Or is it Yennefer? I don't know. Fish sticks today. Sounds tasty. Yeah, I actually want to look at this. What's it called? What do you call it? Mesh? Text meshes? So they used to use this. Do they still use it under the hood for this though? Yeah, I know. That's the problem with text on, because it's either a sprite or it's a mesh, you know. When things are meshes, they're a lot more flexible. Yeah. Yeah, like scaling textures is just always looks bad for 2D games, I feel like. Unless like maybe it's an SVG, but then that point it's... Actually, I don't know how they do SVG rendering. I don't think they rasterize it on the fly, do they? Fonts in Unity render the font glyphs to a texture map before further rendering. If the font size is too small, these font textures appear blocky. Since text mesh assets are rendered using quads, it's possible that if the size of the text mesh and font texture differ, the text mesh might display incorrectly. Huh. Because I had the use case of having text being rendered above character's head. Not that I ever got that far as actually rendering my characters, but you know. I gotcha. Text mesh. Like, I feel like what you said where you instance it would be pretty good. Because it's not like there's ever that much text. Or actually, if you have a simple font. Yeah. Like, instancing's pretty fast. But it would add the number of triangles you have to draw, obviously, by a lot. I guess it depends on how many triangles you have inside of each text rune. It would be instead of like 2 triangles, it would be like it could make it a lot more. For 2D, it might not be worth the trade-off. Yeah. I also don't have any instance rendering stuff set up in my rendering library yet. Okay. Let's look at the ECS stuff now. That's 16%. Vertex buffer draw. This one's hard to get rid of. Wait, why does this actually, let's look at this one. Glitch vertex buffer draw. It feels a lot nicer than here's a quad with some font textures on it. Yeah. Well, just like scaling is such a troublesome thing. Though I do feel like if you scale downward, it looks pretty good. Like if you always if you make your text big in the atlas and then you scale it down always, it looks pretty good. Or rather, it looks good enough. All right, which one we're looking at? I want to look at this vertex buffer.draw. For general use, Atlas is just better. Yeah. It was probably way faster. Even though it feels so wrong. All right, here we are. Where do I do an allocation? Buffer sub data. Bind buffer. This might just be, wait a second. Why does this allocate objects? That's maybe what I don't understand. No. Huh. I'm actually not sure why. Oh wait, maybe calling buffer. I guess this maybe causes an allocation because you have to make a slice header. Interface. So I convert this to an any type so I can type switch on it. At some points I had an idea for NPC to have some text by their heads. If you would then cast a spell, it would actually break the text of other head into pieces. That'd be cool. That would be hard to do with, I guess it probably wouldn't be that hard to do with a texture atlas, would it? You just have some, you could have the rectangle, which is the text rune in the texture atlas, the UV coordinates, I mean, and then you just have a bunch of triangles that all separate and like move apart or whatever. Or you do individual letters or something. You have to break apart the underlying quad, yeah. Yeah, if you want to break apart a single character. Type switch on parametric types. Oh, that's what this is. I feel like a lot of my stuff would be a lot easier if I had this. I don't really know how to get rid of this. Unsafe pointer, reflect, slice header. I mean, really just the capacities are different and everything else is the same, huh? H? What is H? Oh, H gets set to this. Buff equals b dot buffer. What would I do here? So in my sub buffer, I could calculate this stuff ahead of time. Then I can get rid of this whole entire type switch. Let's do this. Actually, I'm gonna leave it in the same function just so that I can So I can have it close by. How about that? Okay, now we make an H, which has to be a new slice, right? Do I even use S? Oh, I only use it here. Wish I could help you with this stuff. Here, I'll get buddy. Are you interested in graphic stuff? It sounds like it because you did a lot of OpenGL stuff, you said, right? This gets rid of. This gets rid of. This gets rid of. That gets rid of. Yeah, just unsure of some of the syntax. Oh, for Go. Oh wait, these are in the wrong spot. I mean, I can see what it does. We're rubber ducks. Exactly. You guys are the best rubber ducks ever. Do you guys ever do that? Actually, do you guys actually have a rubber duck to like talk to? It allocates for every type because the type needs a different amount of memory. Actually, like, so what this does is, well, maybe it's easier if I go to the actual code of what it's doing. This is a slice, right? And a slice is just a header and a underlying array. So this unsafe pointer returns the I guess the slice header. So I reflect it to the slice header type. Then I change the capacity. I changed the length and the capacity because I'm going to change the underlying type. So all I'm doing is copying the slice header, changing what the length and capacity is by multiplying it by like what the scaling factor would be. So like converting a float 32 to a byte is 4 to 1, so you multiply by 4. And then I'm converting it to a byte slice, essentially. So I'm just reading the header, changing it, and then converting it to a byte slice. So I'm not like actually reallocating the entire buffer. I'm just reallocating the header. But I think that a lot of this stuff I can do, I don't have to do here. Oops. I can do like b dot, I'll call it slice scale. Oh wait, no. This needs to be, 4 is the size of a float. I'll just do this. H b dot slice scale length, b dot slice scale cap. Actually, I think these are gonna be the exact same, aren't they? I'm only going by ear right now. Can only do 360p for now, Sadgo. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm just gonna call it slice scale because I think the capacity is, these are both gonna scale by the same thing. So then all I'm gonna have to do here is I just have to do b dot slice scale equals 1 times 4. Sorry, what was this one? 2 times 4? Yeah, because it's a vec2. 2 times 4 3 times 4. 4 times 4. And then I can move this up to the creation of the subbuffer. Where does it get created? Oh, reserve subbuffer. Wait, supported subbuffers, what is that? Okay, cool. Okay, new vertex buffer is what actually makes the subbuffer. Oh, actually, I could just set this here, couldn't I? Let's see everywhere I make a subbuffer. It's just these places. I can just set the slice scaling capacity or the slice scaling factor here. Are you transmitting data or are you transmuting the data? Or just casting? I'm just casting. I'm casting a slice that is of type like glvec4. I'm casting it to a byte slice basically. So we actually don't even need to do this because when we make the subbuffer, we can just set this field. All right, let's go to subbuffer. I should have made this private. This is going to be a ant. Also, welcome Speculus. How are you today? How are you doing? Okay, now we can go down here, and when we make this, actually, this might be what I want. Format size, what does this return? Size of float should be 4. I hate this when I freaking do a, if I make any like syntactical error, it just loses track of everything. Okay, that's the 4. Format i.size. Int is a 1. This has 2 things in it, this has 3 things in it, this has 4 things in it. So I think I can just do this. Or is b dot, oh, b dot stride plus equals. This needs to be, I guess this. I'm so torn on between doing personal projects and new languages I want to learn or furthering my expertise in languages I use for work. Yeah, I mean, that's a tough balance. I've always been, I've always wanted to do different stuff than what I do at work. Because I feel like when you're at work, you're already doing a lot. Like you're already spending, excuse me, you're already spending like 8 hours doing something in some specific language. So I feel like it's better to like cross train. But you know. So what did you see? But I really just should do C#. Yeah, I mean, I've always had to have a project. Is it like something you want to do in C? Length times equals slice scale. Let's just go ahead and fix the, I'm just gonna set these to what they should be. I'll comment this out though. Two times size of float. Oh wait. Yeah, okay. 3 times size of float. 4 times. Yeah, make a game with all strings attached. Oh, so you want to make it like you want to make a game from scratch, basically. And something keeps crashing. What did I even change? Reserve subbuffer. Yeah, so we write the current engine I made in another language and actually make a game. I gotcha. Well, I feel like making an engine and making a game are two like separate tasks. Like I'm kind of making libraries. I'm not trying to make like an engine though. I'm not really trying to make like if I make a library that someone else can use, then I'm all for it. But I'm not going to like spend a lot of time like perfecting the interfaces on these libraries. Like I'm just hacking stuff together to some degree to get it to work for my cases. And then I feel like once I understand the space a little bit better, I'll try to maybe like formalize it a little bit more. And I think if you go into it with that mindset of like getting it to work for your case, but not necessarily making like this global engine, yeah, then it'll be a lot easier. Oh, Jomi's back. Time to end. I'm just kidding. What kind of game are you gonna make though? I'd recommend like starting small, especially if you're doing it from scratch. I feel like the best way, if you want to make a big game, I feel like the way to do it is to make a small game that has a lot of game mechanics in it that can get converted into your bigger game that you can just like copy over, you know? Like make a little small experimental game with one specific mechanic, and then like now you have a bigger project of this bigger game you want to make, then you can kind of like merge the code over to your bigger game. I kind of wish I did it that way. Isometric roguelike. That'd be cool. Also, welcome back, Jomi boy. B-dot buffer. Plus count. It's so weird. Well, I changed this stuff, obviously. Added a slice scale. All right, let's look. Let's compare. GeoVec 2. We'll do 1 times just to keep it consistent. Vec 3. Vec 3 goes 3 times 4. I would literally just multiply, right? Times the slice scale. My component-based architecture is actually kind of based on Unity's. I feel like Unity has a pretty good, like their editor thing, like console or whatever, where you can just add in components and they just like magically do stuff. I think that's really nice. I feel like sometimes though, I feel like when you allow people to do stuff through a UI, they end up like they end up being more short-sighted than they would naturally be, because like they have this easy way to add something. So they don't think about the bigger picture. They just like tack it on and it's like, okay. So you have a bunch of like, you're not very organized. Like it forces you to be more organized when you don't have the editor that does that. Like I had to be very organized with how I structure the like spawning of entities, because if I didn't, it would be just too unruly. So I had to think about it. So that made me able to reuse more. Should have used insert language here. I always feel that way. Do you sometimes put music on? I almost always, yeah, I almost always listen to music when I code, except for when I stream. Just because I guess I could probably find like some no copyright music if you guys want. I did some tech demos with the engine. Nice. Why doesn't this work? Buffer. It seems like this shouldn't have any impact. Oh yeah, I remember seeing your I remember the cube one, the cube farm. That was a cool one. Some music in the background would be fine, yeah. All right, I'll look for some stuff. It's kind of hard when you're streaming. I feel like I'm not allowed to like listen to specific songs. I don't know the rules. So I honestly like never listened to music, but I could try it out. I'll find something for next time, or I'll try to. Maybe beat up buffer. Oh, that's why I copied this. Okay. So like, I think what was happening was I changed this code, which had copied the buffer, because I was like, oh, this is just useful. This is just useless. But then like because I'm doing a pointer operation on it, I'm modifying the actual underlying slice instead of all right, cool. This should work. When working from home, I put on the radio. I put on my desk. It's old 70s radio. Oh, it's an old 70s radio. Nice. Everyone has different music tastes. Yeah. It's probably going to be like, it'll probably be like chill music. It's going to be like lo-fi or something like that. Or whatever. I'll probably try to figure out what kind of music Conifer doesn't like and probably just only listen to that. AI lo-fi. Is that a thing? Is that no copyright? I feel like that's something that could be AIable. Because it's really just like, it's very simple music. It's kind of calm. Okay. I really need to stop these popping up automatically. I need to do this. I need to do this and then this. Okay. Now, this should not be allocating as much. Which one was this? Vertex buffer draw. Oh wait, I need to go to alloc objects. What was draw? What did read used to be? Or name 16.03? Not 16.98. All right. I feel like that's the way I compare, is I try to see these ones get bigger. Okay, vertex buffer draw, that's what it is. It's also hard when they move it. Glitch vertex buffer draw, func1. OpenGL draw. Wait a second, main thread run. It's weird because this is the same. Okay, here it is. So now this is 7.46%, where it was. Oh, wait. Yeah, because it ends here. Basically, it terminates now. So now this doesn't do any allocations at all. That was actually allocating quite a lot. That's a bit of an improvement. So this is now 7.8 still. Yeah, it's a little bit less. So this function's still allocating things. Filters using a lot. I know this one's using a lot because I allocate so many slices. I was having so when I ran this in WebGL, I was getting a lot of hiccups, like when the character moved around. So I'm trying to reduce the allocations. Like I can show you. Like, do you guys see the stuttering that happens? See how it's like, it like snaps, like. Do you guys notice that? Like, it's really bad. So then I was doing, here, I can do the profile again. Well, like what I'm suspecting that I'm missing like a vsync frame, because this is all like vsync timed. So I'm suspecting that I'm missing vsync frames every once in a while, and I'm suspecting that I'm missing them because there's a GC pause, which is causing it. Because like once I show this, you guys will like there's a lot of like allocations I'm doing that are unnecessary. Like going from 13 to 3. So there's like a lot of these like GC freezes that happen. I wasn't really able to correlate them to like you can see the frames that do 33 milliseconds. Like this one, I guess, lines up perfectly, right? You have this GC event that happens, and then there's a 33 millisecond frame. Then there's another one. So like, did I make this? No. This is just developer tools. I guess this one's a little bit more damning because you can kind of see it line up very well. Like right after the GC, like if you go straight down, it's like right there. Look at this graph. We can look at another one, see if there's 33 millisecond frames there. So this time there's one over on this side, there's one on this side. It's just hard to nail down exactly why I'm dropping frames. But I suspect that that's what's causing it. Imagine having GC unacceptable. There's another one here. Like they seem fine. Actually, let's do this. Let's just walk through. So far, we haven't had any 33 millisecond frames, but the GC or the garbage is just growing. Then we have a 33 millisecond one right before this. And these could be offline too. Like I can imagine that these are super well profiled. And there's another one. Here's another one, I guess, but we have this one. I guess there wasn't any dropped frame there. And there's one, I don't know. Maybe I'm not right. It's just weird it's only happening on WebGL. I feel like it's happening too frequently though. I feel like the stuttering is happening way too frequently for it to be these GC pauses. So smooth. Yeah, I think you're being sarcastic. See, it's just like so weird. I don't know what's causing that. Maybe it's some networking thing. Hmm. It just like looks really bad, right? Oh, that suggests it's related to networking? Yeah. It's just weird though. The reason why I WebGL dock diving time, oh gosh. I hope not. It's just weird that here, let me show you. Or I have this running. This one's smooth, right? That's why I thought it was that. Oh, one thing though is that this one's not using VSync. Let me go. So in the browser, it forces it to use VSync. So I can force it here as well. Like that's pretty smooth, right? Like I feel like this looks fine. So that's why I think it's some WebGL thing. That's why I was suspecting it must be that there's just like garbage, I don't know, some garbage, extra garbage collection weirdness. Because this is VSync on with the client, or sorry, with the GLFW client. I would just look at these horizontals. That's where you see the stutter. But then you go to browser. This is also VSynced, but there's just so much stuttering. I know, he is a stuttery boy. So like, I guess one thing was that WebGL is probably slower than OpenGL, just because there's extra layers. There's also extra copying that has to happen in WebGL. Yeah, there's the garbage collection stuff. Does WebGL run on JavaScript? Yeah. So you interface with WebGL through JavaScript. So you have to have, so my WebAssembly calls JavaScript to call WebGL. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. I can check on old commit prior to network implementation. Yeah, I could also just write a quick little demo or something. The problem is I think that like I'm pretty sure if I write just a guy that walks around on a map, it would probably be pretty smooth. And I think like that's why I thought it was this, because like these are kind of like there's a lot of jitter here, and I was noticing a lot of jitter, so that's why I was kind of assuming it was just garbage collection. But the networking stuff has been around from the start. Basically, it's the networking stuff's been around since before the before I had it running on browser actually. There's definitely a fix for this. I'm just suspecting that it's garbage collection, because this is already too big of a drop anyways, from 12 to no Luna, from 12 to 3 megabytes. Like something's happening here that's not good. I wonder if it's a it would be nice if I could do pprof in WebGL. I wonder if I could see what's allocating. Is there a way to look at that? Because this is too big of a this is like way too big of a memory drop. Where is it? I don't know. It disappeared though. This is way too big of a memory drop for what I'd expect. Like I don't know why it's going from 12 to 3. So I wonder if there's something weird in my WebGL implementation where like it's allocating a buffer, but I don't see it when I'm doing pprof on desktop. Because like if you look at these ones, where's the latest one? This one? I guess that allocated a gigabyte, so that's kind of a lot. Why am I calling this so much? Oh, probably because of the text, actually. 1.20? I haven't upgraded to 1.20 yet. One day I will, though. Probably soon. I'll upgrade it to 120. Can you see what's being allocated on the heap? Yeah, this is basically, like you can see like relative amounts. And this shows the amounts. You can also see the number of objects too. Like for example, this one's allocated this many objects for the run. So like I have some things that are obvious. I have some obvious candidates for what needs to be have their allocations cleaned up. Like what gets called a lot. Like for example, this function gets called a lot. And I'm pretty sure I can optimize this one away. So like there's ones that I've gone and optimized already. I just think that because the pprofs for the desktop version, I think WebGL I might have some backend, I might have some like translation layer allocations that I'm doing that are hard to detect from this, because this is for the desktop version. Like I can't run this on the web version, unfortunately. So I think what I might do is I might just go and look at I want to go look at my GL code, because I'm just hoping that I am I'm hoping that like I just have like I'm copying something every single frame or something like that. I remember doing this. I made like some big array, 16 megabytes. Yeah, that's true. That's a good suggestion. What's the array for? Because I have to copy I have to copy all of the bytes from, I have to copy all the bytes from, like when I write a frame or when I write a bunch of mesh data, I have to copy all the vertices from the WebAssembly memory space to the JavaScript memory space. And then with the JavaScript, when it's copied to the JavaScript memory space, I can actually like execute the thing. So before I was allocating, I would allocate a new, like you go and allocate a, like you allocate a new UN8 array, I guess, and then you copy the data over to it. And then you say, wait, JavaScript global get and array. In JavaScript, you can also get WebAssembly memory. Oh, really? I'm pretty sure everything goes through this because I think I always do slice to typed array. And convert it to UN8 array. Because now you're copying everything from WebAssembly to JavaScript. What if you just gave JavaScript the pointer? Maybe I don't understand how this works. Let me see. Let me think. Let me just walk through like what gets called where. Okay, buffer subdata, slice to typed array. I feel like there was I remember reading about this somewhere. I just don't remember exactly how this works. I made this so long ago. I think some of this might have been written by other people too. Okay. Let's say you're an int8. JavaScript call subarray. I think that this makes an array. That is used to return a part of the typed array object. All right. I wish this would be the thing that pops up instead of this website. I feel like they don't have that good of articles. And they have a lot of ads. I feel like they just copy what's from here. Not sure how your code works. Yeah, well, I forked it from this guy who wrote this guy wrote this abstraction layer thing, but then he kind of stopped supporting it. So I forked it from him to upgrade to like Web 2.0 and or WebGL 2.0. Okay, uint8 subarray. Buff a, wait, where am I? Okay. So this is doing the exact same thing that I was doing before, that I did in the other code. Remember, where we translate the slice header? Copy bytes to JavaScript. I mean, this is doing a copy for sure, right? Subarray length s JS memory. Oh, okay. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. So I have this array. I get a subarray of it with the length s, and then I copy my byte slice to JavaScript. Runtime keep alive s. What is s? And then I get the buffer. A.get buffer. Yeah, so this is the copy that's happening. So that's why I made one big memory. It's kind of like a memory arena where like I copy the stuff and then I do all the work and then I kind of free it for the next one. Copies bytes from the source to destination. It panics if dest is not a uint8 array or a uint8 clamped array. It returns a number of bytes copied, which will be the minimum of the length of the source and destination. I don't understand what's JavaScript and what's WebAssembly. Yeah, I gotcha. So this JS memory is the JavaScript memory, and I'm copying the right. I make a subarray. This is in JavaScript the a variable, which is a great name for the array, but I do this copy to the destination, which is the JavaScript memory, from my WebAssembly memory. Like I'm pretty sure even github.com. Let's see here. Yeah, like even he copies his slices over. That's kind of where I got, I think, a little bit of this too. I just don't think this is allocating anything though, right? So right now you copy the bytes in WebAssembly memory to JavaScript memory array. Yeah. I don't know. Is there a way to I want to look at the profile. Like, I wish there was a way to see what's allocating in here. Maybe there's a memory profile thing. What if instead you got the WASM memory in JavaScript? Instead of copying the bytes to JavaScript, you give it a pointer to the bytes in the WebAssembly memory. Yeah, I mean, like, I would be fine with that. I don't know. I guess I don't know how to do that. Like, I thought there was some limitation, which is why they have this copy function. But maybe I didn't like I don't know. I could look into that for sure. Thread pool. Oh, did I even play? Oh, I think it just logged me out. All right, let's redo this. Let's look at memory. Keep snapshot. Oh. Allocation instrumentation on timeline. Wait. Okay. So you can even see it's like going up and down. Let's try this. Can you get the WASM instance and you can have access to it? Or maybe go to JSLib. Well, the thing is I am in WebAssembly. So I have to make a WebAssembly call to I have to make a WebAssembly call to JavaScript to have the JavaScript get the pointer. Maybe there's a way to do it. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to look at, like this if I do that change, it'll probably take longer than I would be able to do just right here. Finalize ref. Subarray. They mentioned a memory in the docs. Yeah, I'll definitely look into this. I just don't know. Yeah, like that'll be a larger investment, I think, because that seems to be like I just don't have any idea of how to do that. So I'll have to do a lot of reading, I think. Self size, total size. Yeah, no, I'll definitely message you. I'll message you in the Discord. I can give us some examples. Nice. Yeah, I need to like better understand what WebGL data or what WebGL needs to like send it over. Because WebGL might need access. I don't know if WebGL can access WebAssembly data. But Not very, that's kind of cool. Oh, this is nice. Typed arrays. Well, I guess we know what's allocating the most. Containment. In 3 hours of work. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'll reach out. I gotta learn a few things, I think, still. I also want to make sure that that would be optimizing the right thing. Cause yeah, I get that the copy is not optimal performance wise. Time for 600 line SQL update script. Jeez. That is scary. I've got more than one. Oh my gosh. You're scaring me, Jomi. 337. Oh, maybe that's it. What does distance mean? Luckily, my things are not important. Oh, a not so important table. Nice. Make sure you test it still. Well, I think like look at this size. I think I've seen that size before, and I think that's I think this is the result of the copy. Like I think here's my 16 megabyte array that I allocate, but then I copy over vertex slices or vertex buffers rather. I think they must be around this size. So I wonder if I'm copying them to this. But it should be copying it to here. Also, what's... Oh, this is the whole thing. No, this isn't the whole thing. I don't know what I'm looking at anymore. Array buffer. Uh... uint8 array. This seems like the floor. Like this must be like my tile map data or something. Did you finally crack the code? I don't know. I don't think so. Load 32 array. What's this spike? I'm gonna start bringing my own keyboard to work because the one at work. My fingers start to hurt after a while. Yeah. I think it's always nice to bring your own keyboard. You got a mechanical? Hmm. Why is this so big? The keys at work feel tight too. Oh, so I need to apply more force to click them. Oh, the Apple keyboards. I feel like Apple usually has pretty good keyboards, at least on their laptops. They're very, you don't have to press them very far down. Like the depression distance is very low. Reveal and wait, you do like it? Then why are you getting a new one? I assume this is bytes, right? Internal array. It's weird that there's so many of these. I'm curious to go, if I go to main menu and then record another one, what does it look like? Not it's not an Apple keyboard at work. It's an Apple keyboard at home. That's what you're gonna bring to work. I gotcha. That makes sense now. I understand. It's like there's no allocations here. So weird. Just buffer data. Hmm. Oh. Oh, is it a different layout? Oh, for Windows versus Mac OS. Gotcha. Yeah, I think you can switch, or maybe I downloaded, when I had a Mac, I downloaded some program that let me switch some of my keys around. Because I had I have very specific keybind preferences, which made it kind of hard to use my Mac for a while there, but hmm. I feel like this has got to be caused by I feel like it's just a bunch of these copies. I thought for sure though that the copy thing. Where do I do copies? Let's see. A. you not get the buffer? I want to change the keybind on Windows, but I have to oh, I can't install software. Gotcha, yeah. That's why Linux is so nice. I feel like they're so flexible with that sort of stuff. The damn alt. In home and in instead of my easily reachable command arrow keys. Sorry, buddy. Welcome to hell. Did it write directly to the viewport frame buffer from WebAssembly? You can do this to the host, importing a JavaScript function or by copying the memory of the WebAssembly program. So maybe that's why I have to copy it over. Maybe that's why the copy was there. Let's see here. All the bracket keys in different places. Can't you like set up a new layout or something? Maybe that's not the right thing. Yeah, that stinks. Wait, if you bring your Mac keyboard though, will it even work on Windows? It works but uses the Windows layout? Okay. Oh, this is Rust. WebAssembly. We have to pass a memory location to JavaScript so that we know where to copy the data from. Other than that, the code is similar to the JavaScript version. This isn't WebAssembly. Oh, this contains the WebAssembly. That's not very useful. WebGL. Summarum. Yeah, I have a ThinkPad. I love the keys on that. The touchpad's terrible though. This is Unity. Maybe it's interesting. ThinkPad keyboard makes me feel ill. Yeah, touchpad's really bad. None of those regular keyboards are shit. Yeah. The keys aren't like great, but the key caps on ThinkPads are really nice. The key press, like they're just the rubber domes, so it's not like super good. They're not bad though. Hmm. Man, I was really hoping this would be easier to understand. Dropped frame. Oh, that's kind of cool. It shows the dropped frames. See, that frame's in like a random spot though. Like, what is this? What does that mean? Bottom up. Call tree. I'm on GPU. See, it seems like there's a lot of idle. It's like, why did this drop a frame? Oh, that's interesting. Minor GC decode. Value get. What does that mean? Minor GC. Um, I don't know. Working about in two ways: directly by the object itself, implicitly holding reference. That's interesting. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then we'll try this flag and see if it gives us some more data or something like that. I'll be right back. All right. I don't know what this is supposed to do. Oh, opening existing browser session. Let me see. Let me do one thing. I'll just close everything. No. It's hard because it keeps opening my existing browser. I guess I could close literally everything. Okay, let's do it. I'll be right back. I have to close all my tabs and stuff. Or what does this give me? Does this give me anything? All right, never mind. I don't think that's gonna work. Oops, sorry, I forgot to do the thing. One second. Sorry, I can't see anything on chat. All right. Let's go back to I want to look at this again. I just want to make sure I understand what he does. May as well learn from people who know it better than me. JavaScript copy bytes. Temporary array buffers are temporary buffer to use at GL read pixels or GL text subimage 2D. The read data is converted to goes byte slice as soon as possible. To avoid often allocating the array buffer, we reuse the buffer whenever possible. Temporary uint8 array is a uint8 array buffer whose underlying buffer is always temporary array buffer. Array float 32. Okay, so he has temporary array buffer byte length. 16, it's only 16 bytes. And he's got this float. He makes typed versions of the array. What's array buffer? Oh, get array buffer. What do I do? Oh, he just doubles it if he needs to so he has a temporary array buffer kind of like me. And he doubles the size of it as needed. Copy uint8 slice to temporary array buffer. Luna, you tiny kitten. You tiny kitten. Okay. Copy byte to JavaScript. I'm curious how he calls. I'm curious how he uses this. Like, I feel like this is very similar to what I'm doing. Except it's a single function instead of a type switch, which is pretty nice actually. I might have to be inspired by that. Um, I feel like I'm like on track though. I just don't know what else to returns UN8 array whose length is at least min length from the UN8 slice. Be careful that the length can exceed the given min length. The data in the slice must be numeric type for initialization, or nil if you don't need initialization. I hope to make the slideshow one day. I feel like aren't you in the boardroom on the wall or something like that? You're okay. I thought you were. We have to make a Photoshop then. Let's look at graphics driver. My cat comes on my desk and licks my fingers. It makes it so hard to do anything. OpenGL, okay. Ow. Now she's biting my finger. Cool. All right. Graphics JavaScript. Ow. Context JavaScript. Default JavaScript? Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Yeah, he's definitely done a good job with this. Oh, actually, I've already seen this before. Look at that. You might have refactored this. How does he do, buffer subdata? Temporary uint8 from... Yeah, I mean, like, he does the exact same thing as me. I don't think that there's any real way around this. Other than maybe he doesn't have to do the .call. He doesn't have to pass the string every time. And so, like, maybe I'm wasting... I almost said wasting money. Maybe I'm wasting it there when I could cache that. Call bind. V, what is V? Oh, new default context. Wasting resources, wasting memory. You didn't inform the board. Sorry, sir. That won't happen again. Let's buffer sub data. You have the target, offset. WebGL2, oh, it's different. I basically just only use WebGL2. So I do the same thing, except I call slice to typed array, which is basically, a very similar thing. Except temporary uint8 array. Copy uint8 slice. Oh, so there's maybe, oh, you don't have to do the, where's uint8? Oh, there it is. Oh, I don't do it though, okay. So on uint8, you can just copy the data because it's already a uint8. But for all the other ones, you have to actually do this casting thing, this slice casting thing. I don't know, man. I might be able to get better. It's hard to know if that's what's doing it, is sending these strings over. So I could maybe try that. I don't know. Let's look at these. Application, storage, memory. I did this one. Have I done all these? I mean, like, I feel like 207 megabytes is just too much. It's just too much. I guess there is a lot of data because of the tile maps though. And that data is pretty static. Hmm. Record stack traces of allocations. Let's do that. What's the difference between shallow size and retained size? Shallow size is the size of the object itself. Retained size is the size of the object plus the size of all other objects that are kept alive by this object. These are somehow connected then, because they're very similar. Stack was not recorded because this object had... These are all already... Did anything get allocated? Ah, here we go. We found a few. Uint 8 array. Oh. I had this note in my, that's too funny. I can't believe I didn't even look at that. This is what you were talking about, Jomi. Create a memory object. Looks pretty green to me. Did you not literally say avoid copying? It didn't say avoid. Yeah, did I? Can I do something like this to avoid the extra copy? Oh boy. Now I'm in trouble. Initial maximum shared. So it wouldn't work on, because shared flag only works on, or it wouldn't work on Android Chromium, or Chrome, Android, or any of the Samsung, WebView, Android, Node.js. That could be an interesting thing. Allocation stack, root, JS value new. Oh, are these? How many bytes is? Let's do this. These actually, all of these allocations that we see, these 112 ones, might just be from strings. Delete. What is this? Wait, did I go all the way down? Value call. See, like these seem like I'm doing like a call and then I'm passing this value there. And like this is the data. So when I do a call like this, I think that this passes. Let me go read what his note said. Create function operations by bind and use them. I might change to do that too. Let's look at that. Oh, actually, I want to do this. I don't know what. This might be in Go. Golang GitHub. There we go. Issues. This will be what I do next. I think I'm gonna hop off though. Hop off the stream. Yeah, I think that this will hopefully help. Because I think there's just a ton of these happening. Oh, really? It doesn't seem like that much. Was delete one too? Oh, show all three. Finalize ref. Oh, this might be a this might be further up. Yeah, that's fine. But that'll do it for today. Thanks everybody for popping in. It was a good time. We got a few Get a few memory allocations dumped. Have I been streaming for 3 hours? Oh, I have. Look at that. Our performance is getting better. We're using less memory now, but we're still a car accident. So I'll keep working on that. Oh, that's weird. I just got all of your messages, Jomi. They all just popped up at once. Can you see what's being allocated? Yeah, I think, yeah, it's hard to tell what's being allocated, but I think that, like, this is the string subarray. What's up, 00? I know, you came just in time, right when we needed you. Right when we needed you. I should probably start streaming a little bit later, because I like wake up and then I go stream. I should wait for my cats to fall asleep and then stream. I just got some stir in the stream, so that must have been the time when everything got sent. Gotcha, yeah. All right, boys. Sorry, 00. Sorry to disappoint you. I might try streaming a little bit later on. All right, yeah. I'll be sure to slide into your DMs. I'll do this experiment though. I'm gonna do the caching of all of the functions, and then I'm going to see all the WebGL functions, and I'm gonna see if that reduces the number of things that happen, like set. Well, set I might have to do every time, but we'll cache what we can. Subarray, things like that. We can hopefully remove those. And if they disappear, we'll know what happened. I'll let you guys know in the Discord. But all right, I'll do it. I'll see you guys next